Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how to fix these weird lines that shows up after baking your texture maps. Before we address the issue, I'll give you some insight into why this is happening. If we take a look at the wireframe, you can actually see that these lines are prints from the low poly model, and it is a smoothing issue that is wrong with the low poly model. Let's take a look at the model itself. If you're using a different software, this video will still be helpful. You just have to know how to set a smoothing group in your specific software. Here we have the high poly model. You can see that we don't have the weird lines that shows up after baking. If we take a look at the low poly model, here this model is applied with one single smoothing group. If we select the whole thing, yeah, this is one single smoothing group. And if you look closely, you can actually see it right here that these lines are actually these lines, but it's just not triangulated. So what's the issue with giving it one single poly group? Let's take this specific example, this area. I'm gonna add a edit normal so I can explain this better. So what these lines are actually indicators of which way the vertices are facing. If we take a look at these three planes as an example, coming into Photoshop, these are the three planes, and we got the two vertices here, right? Facing here. And setting these three planes as one smoothing group is basically telling the software to read it as a smoothed surface like this. But for this specific model, we have this area flat, right? And baking a smoothed information onto a flat surface is gonna cause some problem. That's why we have these. So the way to fix it is simply by applying a specific smoothing group to the areas that are flat. I'm just gonna work on this and I'll show you when it's done. Alright, so I've worked on the model a little bit. Basically what I've done is assigning each of this folded area into one single poly group. No, not poly group, smoothing group. Let me unhide that bolt as well. Sorry, that's wrong. Yeah, same thing for here. Oh, actually, let me just apply one more over here. Right, so this is one poly group. This is one, smoothing group. This is one smoothing group. This is one smoothing group, and this is one smoothing group. This is one, and here as well. I've only covered basically only this area, just for demonstrating purposes. So taking this model into Substance Painter, just gonna export this on desktop. I'm just gonna create a temp bx and export it. Coming into Substance Painter, we're gonna import the mesh. So coming into desktop, this is the one. Okay, so we just have to rebake the texture map. I'm just gonna bake on 2K for now. Right, as you can see, those lines are gone, but there's one more issue. These edges are crap and they're really bad. This happened because let's go back to the 3D software. So if I turn on a edit normals again, we can see that the indicator has split into two. And what this basically means is, let me delete this one. Right, so that basically means that these three planes are now behaving a bit different. This is what you're seeing. Oh, actually, let me add two more vertices here. So basically what we're seeing is this plane is now only facing upwards, and this plane is now only facing this way. So it's missing that, it's not allowing any baked information to go on the edges, like right here. That's why we have these black lines. We actually hide the whatever material is on it. This, yeah. You can see that these lines, they're not as obvious. If we up, turn it into 2K, yep, they're much more obvious. To resolve that, we will have to do something to the UVs. So if we get rid of this, and let's open the UV. We have to make a cut on wherever that intersection of the smoothing group is happening. So this side and here all needs to be cut, opened, including here, here, here. Actually, let me just work on this bigger part and I'll come back to you. So here I have the UVs cut opened. I'll have to rearrange this UV as well. There we go. Unhide the boat and the rest of the body, and we're gonna export this. Export selected, desktop to that temporary file. Okay, and we come back to Substance Painter. We are going to re-import the mesh and bake again. And voila, the lines are gone. In terms of why cutting the UVs gets rid of those black edges, I do not have a technical explanation for that, but it works. And if you guys find this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up and happy modeling.